Alright, here's just a little recap. I modified and installed this LT2 intake on my 2024 Silverado using the cold air intake just so we can see what the results would be over stock. And I'm going to give you a little bit of my opinion and driving impressions. So here we go. What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to give you my driving impressions on the LT2 intake swap that we did on my 2024 Silverado ZR2. I did do some Dragy times and I do have the results. There's a catch. So the catch, is the intake does do better. I could tell a difference, especially in the upper end range, probably, you know, from 4,000 and above. It seems to be pulling a little harder. Throttle response, it feels a little crisper. It's definitely louder. I think a lot of that is, if you watch the installation video, I took that sponge type material that is sandwiched in between the bottom of the intake and the top of the valley cover off, and so I think you hear more engine noise. But truck runs good. I don't have any complaints. Again, I could tell a difference. It definitely is. It did do something. I wish I had more of a baseline to compare to. My baseline that I'm comparing this to was when it was much colder outside. The DA was much lower than it is now. Right now is not a good time to be looking for any kind of personal best, and that's where I was kind of disappointed with, was, you know, the truck went from a 1417 to a 1440 something. Mile per hour is about the same, but you know, those don't understand DA in racing is, you know, I look at it like this. The best way I can explain it, and if somebody can explain better in the comments, go ahead. But it's like having two marathon runners, both of them racing to the finish line. One's healthy and one has asthma. Obviously the one that's healthy is going to get there faster, but they're going to both finish. But the one with asthma is kind of like having a vehicle, and in this example, my truck, and this high of a DA. DA was like 2,600 or something like that, which isn't ideal, but nonetheless, I could use that for a baseline now. I could put the cold air on it this week, do another video with it, the installation, and then do another Dragy test with it. And then when the long tube headers come in at the end of the month, you know, it's all going to be with, this is the hot season. All right, let's go. Let's try this again. My phone cut out. It was getting too hot on the windshield. So let's do some driving. So let's do a little pull real quick. And let me wait for these cars to pass by. Cops are kind of bad over here. So let's do a pull real quick. You can probably tell by the audio how much louder the intake is than stock. Here's just a little 40 punch. So it's pulling pretty strong. So you can see in that video, it climbs pretty quick. It pulls all the way to 6,000, and so she's pulling pretty good for what it is. Again, this intake is, you know, it's not like add nitrous or a supercharger too, but you know, every little bit helps. You know, I'll show you the old results I did back in February of 25 when it was colder. I did a before and after. I will show those, and all in all, it's about a little over 1/10 of a second. So hey, every little bit helps. I mean, I'm gonna keep it on the truck. So, oh, and before I forget, here's the Dragy video from the other day.
1/4 mile.
If you like this video, subscribe. I am going to create a playlist of each modification that I do and all the testing that I do with that particular modification. Next, we'll be putting the S&B Cold Air Intake back on, and I will be doing a test. I have a baseline now, a June hot, muggy, high DA example to base it off of now. So, and that's what I want. I want real world results documentation. I search high and low for this type of stuff. There's not a whole lot of it. And we'll be looking at the tune too. I should be doing a log right now. I should be logging, since the LT2 intake has been on here, to see if there's any fueling or any kind of just whatever, knock, anything. And I need to do that. And so maybe we'll start doing that in an upcoming video. And let's just play around with this thing. It's fun. Yes, it's a big truck. I'm not out to beat speed records here, but you know what? If I can get this truck to a high 11, keep up with the little RHOs and Raptors and all that other trucks that I come across with almost daily, why not? And besides, I have a Camaro if I really want to beat them. So here's a little teaser for the next upcoming video. Just putting this back on there. And we'll be testing this as well. So if you like this type of stuff, just help me out. If you can, subscribe and follow me, like the videos. Keeps me motivated to keep putting out content and to document it on this channel. So again, thank y'all, and y'all have a blessed day.